If you have ever left the city, you'll immediately notice the different quality of the night sky. The stars in the sky raise your ancient instinct to wonder about our existence in the universe when gazing at them. The ancient Greeks created tales about gods by looking at the constellations. The ancient Egyptians believed the stars represented the afterlife. And the ancient Chinese predicted the future through the stars in the sky. Stars exist as what they are, but humans tell stories through them, and those stories help us to understand our orientation in space and time. If you look closer to island number 85, you may notice that island may not be the best word for it. The land is not isolated. Instead, it connects the two shores, splitting the water into two pieces. During the war, island number 85 acted as a natural barrier, preventing enemy ships from entering the inner waters. Some people remember the water on the left side was an anchorage for the British Navy, but I wonder if they are mistaken. If the water was divided, there should be no way for the ships to sail in. Or maybe the land looked different back then. It is a very quiet island. The land is empty and bare. Standing by the shore, the only sound you can hear is the whisper of the wind. But a fisherman once told me that this island listens. One foggy and quiet morning, the man was fishing from his boat when the sound pierced the silence. It was a whale's song. He stood on the deck, watching the whales sing and swim towards the head of the Loch. When he came to his senses, he saw that the island had merged with the mountains on the opposite shore, becoming one. He was astonished. Island number 14 is the whale's island that listens and floats. Believe it or not, he said, it was a strange day. I heard about this single standing stone by the log that points to the North Star in winter, so I decided to look for it. I spent hours walking along the shore but couldn't find the stone. Just as I was about to give up, I saw this island. The full moon was in the sky and there was a strangely symmetrical piece of land in the water, perfectly aligned with the moon. Thinking about how standing stones were placed by humans, I wonder if the island was like a standing stone that had also been placed by men. Don't tell anyone else. This island over there is my secret spot to graze my sheep during summer. When you walk by island number 87, you can always see a great amount of sheep grazing by the shore. That's how I met this shepherd when I was walking along the shore to collect stones. I wanted to ask him how he transported the sheep to the island, but I didn't have a chance. Lovely stones, he said. They will be handy for counting sheep. Didn't wait for my response, he started to teach me the way to count sheep.
So it's yan, tan, tethera, feathera, pethera, leathera, sethera, overa, covera, dick, which is 10.
When you count to 20, you put a stone in your pocket, he said, and you start again. Last week, when I was roaming around the shore, I met this person who asked if I knew about the cave on the island. He pointed to the isolated land which he didn't even know the name of. Island number 2. He wrote this down on his notebook. He showed me some drawings of the famous fictional cave and asked if I had heard about the recently discovered rooms formed by basalt stones on this island. This wasn't the first time someone had asked me about it. Basalt rooms. Maybe I should try visiting the island someday. I noticed this small island sitting in the middle of the narrow loch when I was hiking down the highest mountain on the isle. The sun shone on the island, making it the center of attention. It was hard not to be attracted by the little land lying in the water. It is a stage waiting for someone to intervene. So I followed the hint. walking along the island to create a comprehensive understanding of the land in my mind. So this is the island lies in the middle of Loch Keal. It has a name. Its name is Eorsa. The old stories about stars are always subjective. To move from observation to measurement, humans created devices such as cameras to replace our eyes, avoiding any chance of subjectivity in studying our surroundings. From the very first photograph of stars, the lens replaced human eyes and we stopped projecting our imagination to the sky. Now we have the most advanced technology to see what we have never seen through human eyes and develop a clearer idea of our position and existence in the universe. But like the fact that history is never objective, it is hard to deny that the mind behind each frame always has its own thoughts. If you have ever left a city, you will immediately notice the different quality of the night sky. And the stars will always make you wonder about your orientation in space and time.